Joining us to look back on the past year is Andy Chvatal. He's the executive director of the Nebraska Soybean Board. Andy, we appreciate your time here during the holidays. The most notable thing that happened in 2023 is you became executive director. What was that? Back late January, that announcement came out. How has the past year been for you serving in this new role?
Yeah, I don't know that it's been the most notable, but yeah, it did happen. January 30th is when I started. It's been a good year. It really has. I've had some experience with the soybean board in the past. So coming in, I kind of knew some things at least. So it wasn't a whole starting to drink out of a fire hydrant type of scenario, but a lot of new processes and times have changed quite a bit too. So it's been an interesting year, very dynamic board. Diverse boards. So we've been able to learn a lot from one another. And I think 2023 has been very successful for the soybean board.
You all don't really like to let the grass grow very long beneath you. You're always on the go. I think most recently you were in New York. Quite a few different travel experiences that you and the staff joined the board on. Any particular trips you want to mention over the past year as you share the story of the Nebraska soybean?
Yeah, and I know we can call them trips or learning missions or whatever you want to call them, but fact of the matter is, we raise a great crop here in the state of Nebraska, and we market and promote as much as we can for our state's soybean farmers. And our population base just isn't where we need to be in order to market our crop the way we need to market it. So New York City, they got a big market up there for biodiesel and bioheat. Just put it in perspective, I think New York City, the city alone, is about 20 million people, I believe, about 10 times the size of what the state of Nebraska is. And then I think even the state of California is 20 times the state of Nebraska. So we got to promote the products where the people are too. New York City has been very good. They use, California and New York City, they both use a lot of biodiesel. There's a lot of electrification and different things coming into those places because of their the new standards and the new carbon reduction standards that they implement. They're kind of the first and the foremost, and we've got the product to help implement that, which is the good thing.
What's been the most interesting thing to learn? As you mentioned, you've been with Nebraska Soybean Board in the past, but obviously new in terms of the title executive director. What's been the most fascinating thing, I guess?
Yeah, there's been a lot of good things, but just getting back to the farmers. I knew it before, but we got a great group of farmers. We got volunteers, the passion that our volunteer board members bring to our board, and they're all different. They all farm different. They all think different, and that's probably the most enlightening thing is just meeting people, the way they act and the way they think, and that's why you got a board. That's not why you have one or two. That's why you got 9 of them, and they all bring valuable discussion. And again, I think that the most interesting thing, back to your question here, is going to be the expansion with crushing capacity here in the state over the next couple of years. We got a lot of projects that are just kind of starting there now, and it's going to be fun.
Yeah, to your point, as we look ahead, it's been the story of the past couple of years talking about these 2 crush plants, one in Norfolk, one in David City. Are those both scheduled to come online in 2024 at this point, Andy?
Last I heard, Norfolk is scheduled to come on for harvest of 24, and I think AGP and David City, the last I had heard, was harvest of 25. To my knowledge, they're both on that pace right now. We'll see if that'll be affected or delayed or sped up at all whatsoever. But it's going to be neat. It's going to change the dynamic of the soybean industry here in the state of Nebraska. I think it's going to help. It's going to help every soybean farmer, no matter if you haul to that processor or if you haul to your local cooperative. I think it's going to. I'm always one of those, whether it's in academics, athletics, whatever it is. I think competition breeds excellence, and I think this is going to help out everybody.
There's also been talk of expansion just west of North Platte, Nebraska as well. Seems like a lot of interest in this area right now. Why is that, Andy?
Yeah, well, Nebraska's positioned, here in the central United States. These crushing facilities are coming online right now because of the state of California and because of the renewable diesel market and sustainable aviation fuel and the low carbon fuel standard in the state of California. That's the exact reason for all of this right now. And that's the market, as I spoke about the people earlier. So we're situated very well with rail and our ability to get out. We're the furthest most western soybean producing state. I think AGP in Hastings maybe currently right now is the westernmost crushing facility in the United States. So we're positioned well to get our product out to California and out to the PNW and to the places that it needs to go. So I think that's why we're seeing this right now, and that's why Nebraska is so important.
What else excites you about 2024?
Oh, a lot. Livestock expansions
Yeah.
just top of mind, I think, with everybody here in the state of Nebraska. Um, Again, with the crushing facilities coming online, it's just going to change how the crop leaving the state is marketed globally, domestically, here in state. China takes a lot of whole beans. They have historically for a long time, and now we're going to crush a lot of stuff. And making sure those checkoff dollars come into us, and we, our board promotes the correct projects and is in place. And we got to look through the windshield. We just can't look through the rearview mirror on all of this stuff. We got to kind of see what's next and continue down that path. And when you crush a bean, you get meal and oil. The oil, we kind of know where that's going right now, as I just spoke about. And the meal, we can export a lot of that, but it's nice to keep it locally too. If we can invest in our kids coming back to an operation, or if we can churn those dollars here in state versus just sending them out right away, that's a big deal for our economy, for our state, people, producers, everybody.
I'm looking forward to seeing all that's to come in the new year. Andy, we appreciate your time. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Bryce.